EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Sony Michel, his first carry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Seals runs to the edge. We think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, tighten down. Mexico. Under 10, 10. Hey.
Strong right.
Check 24.
Throwing is locked. His throw incomplete. The tight end C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Just beating the play clock is Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go, Will, lady!
That's track.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Mahomes finding his tight end, Kelsey, for a big one. 52 yards. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now a give right side. It's Carr. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Come on,
Love. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Switch gears. 11 feet.
He finds Lynch. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. 44. 44. Hey. Reggie. Here I come.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carr. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on 1st down. Carr. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Carr, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Pats at the line ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st down, it's Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Locke. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Hey, Yellow. Go on, 80. 15.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Delta. 51. Yeah. You don't want to know. Go. Mike.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
11 feet.
Second and 5 now. Luck. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun on third down, Locke. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. On three.
Now Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because
this is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Check tight.
Back to throw, Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Frank Clark in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hill on the return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
At the Patriots' 40-yard line.
These two. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Michelle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
3rd down and
Go. Ready.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They hand off to their big tight end, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Ready.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try to run it in, Michelle. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7, Leonard Floyd. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the ground is Michel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run with Michel. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they will take a knee here.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
We all nil. We all nil.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Run on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Time for Charles to fire up the snowplow as we say so long from Foxborough.
I'll even hold for your field goal attempt, partner.